Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going through my week 2 expenses or my weekly check-in. So let's jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I am Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and on here I do all things budgeting. So our week is going to be from Friday the 6th through Thursday the 12th. So we are going to get into the numbers. So just a little bit of quick information. I do a cashless budgeting system. So for my household expenses, I use Ally Bank. I do have their link below. I think you get like 25 and I get 25 or something like that if you sign up to use their bank, but I use them for our sinking funds and they're checking for all of our cashless spending. And then for my personal spending, I use SoFi Bank. And so that is money that I just put into there and I'm able to just spend that money without worrying about, like bills and things like that. So I do have both of my links to those banks down below. They are strictly like an online bank. They do not have like branches or physical buildings you can go to, but I have been using them for over 2 years now and I actually really do love them. They offer great interest on your savings. And they're overall, at least for me, that's just my opinion, they have been great banks for me and my family. So we are going to go through and jot down everything here on our spread, and then we will go in and actually document everything that has been spent and what is left. Now I am drinking some coffee, and if I'm doing this a little bit faster than I normally is because baby girl has woke up early this weekend, and so I'm trying to complete this sooner rather than later before she comes in here. So we're going to first start off with my groceries, and we use yellow to document groceries. So we had one on the 4th. And I just realized as I was going through my numbers that I had put the flowers that I got for one of my residents who passed away. I had already jotted that down, but it's okay. So I had HEB on Friday. And I went into the store, so I spent cash, which is my goal is to, for the most part, gas should be the only thing that I spend on a credit card, but just getting myself back into only spending money that I have. With these credit cards, you get comfortable and you spend over because you're like, oh, I can pay it later. The goal is to spend what I have and not go over that. But for right now, just the way the things are, you'll have that from time to time. But I spent $71.03 at Walmart, and that was on Discover. Now, I'm not saying that I went over. I'm just speaking in general. I haven't done anything in household. Next is going to be personal. So this month, starting in September, I actually moved my gas budget away from our household budget to my personal budget because the gas was just my gas and not the household gas. So I got gas on the 6th. And then I got my hair done on the 7th. And then I got gas again on the 9th. Yeah, y'all. I can't wait till it gets cooler at least because then my gas tank won't guzzle so much gas. But I also didn't spend too much. So we have hair, and I spent $50 to $5 for hair. And then we had HEB gas again. Yes, big girl. And I spent $25.04. It's a who?
It's a buggy.
It's a buggy? Okay, let's go look at the buggy. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so baby girl saw like a bee outside and she thought the bee was inside and that it was going to get her. So had to calm her down. Okay, so if I haven't already, I got my hair done on Saturday for $55 and then gas at $25.04. So I will, at the end of the week, I reconcile my budget and then I'll pay whatever needs to be paid back to the credit cards. I go ahead and pay that back. Next is spending. Excuse me. I have tried to be mindful of our extra spending just because we're getting to that point where like things slow down, like in both of our businesses, like my husband's job and then my job, where we don't have the extra like bonuses and commissions and things like that. So we are trying to like slow down with the spending and only spend when we need to and things like that, versus like y'all will see during the summer that like I can spend a little bit more because I'm like, oh, I can cover this, like I'm gonna get a big bonus check or whatever the case is. And right now I'm fully focused on becoming personally debt free, y'all. Okay, so on the 7th though, I did stop by what is it called? I did stop by Dollar General. I ended up, I want to say, getting a notebook, which actually looks like this, and I'm going to be using it for something super, super cute. Yes, big girl. You have to turn it down. Okay, hold on, you guys. Okay, so I showed you guys the book. I want to say I had got like 2 candles, and then I did buy like some like mini chocolate chip cookies because y'all, like for the last 2 months almost, like chocolate is all that I have been craving. So we have Dollar General, and I spent $11.85. And cash means that I use my actual debit card. So I've been trying to use the debit card, of course, a lot more. And it feels good that I'm spending less and less money to pay back towards the credit card. So whenever I'm looking at like my bank, I'm looking at like actual money and not money like, oh, I need to pay this back or I need to pay this back. Nothing out of eating out, nothing out of baby girl, and nothing in other that I know of. Because sometimes, y'all, I be going through and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot I had charged this here, there, and everywhere. So this is just what we have spent for the week. So honestly, not a lot of spending. And actually, I'm proud of myself because this past week I have brought lunch pretty much every day and I haven't bought anything or did anything. So just like really proud of myself there. So now we're going to get into my September. I know it says paycheck, but the way that I'm starting to use this is it's just my weekly check-in, making sure all of the bills that I have is paid for and everything I spent is taken care of as well too. So we're going to play with the numbers here and just go through them, okay? So I had budgeted 1613.36 for rollover, which is exactly what I rolled over. And then 1550 was income. So both me and my husband. So we are working with 3163.36. Utilities, I forgot 85 cents. So that actually came out to 209.26. And my electric was 207.54, and these two things were paid for. Then, y'all, I realized that somewhere, I don't know what I did, and I've been watching this for like a month or two to try and figure out why I had extra money. I could not find it, so I just went and paid something, but some way, somehow, I took out more money out of my subscriptions than I should have, and I owed it $137.60. So that had to go back into subs for for subscriptions. I don't know what happened, y'all, but that was the like the final situation there. So these were the 3 things that I paid for, and I've already calculated it like on my cheat sheet. So it was $546.40, which leaves me with $2616.96 in the checking account. Okay. Oh, now I feel like something just like is in my eye. Oh goodness. Okay. So just this like the income and bills, this is just what's calculated together. So this is my ending balance for our checking account. Then I go to my cashless envelopes, and these will be like what's the ending account. So for my groceries, goodness. Okay. So for groceries, I spent $199.05, and that leaves me with $147.95 for the next 2 weeks. And I'm rolling over the 95 cents. I don't know what. yeah, I'm rolling over the 95 cents to our, where did I put it? I'm just looking where I added it up, but nope. Okay. So I'm putting 95 cents into our keep the change. I didn't spend anything in household, so that's still at 198. Spending, we spent $11.85, so we have $52.15. So we'll be rolling over the 15. We still have $23 in eating out, and baby girl still has $17. And then for my personal, I'm just tracking it along with you guys. I spent $112.26, which leaves me at $241.63. So when we add the keep the change, and currently I just have an extra bucket in my Ally Bank that keeps the change for me right now until I figure out what exactly it is that I want to do with keep the change. I'm thinking or leaning towards debt, but we'll see what happens. And then I have not spent anything in any of these, so I will save y'all the time. I will just fill these numbers back on in with what is it called? Back in here. Now we're going to go here. And as I'm doing this, y'all, I have not physically made myself a cheat sheet for this. So we're actually going to do this together. So let me get a pen. And we are just going to budget here. Income. So we'll budget for rollover. This is going to be from the 13th through the 19th. Okay, because that's weekly. So rollover, we're going to be budgeting 2616.96, and then we're going to be budgeting income of $550. So when we add that up, 2616.96 plus 550 is 3166.96. So 3166.96 is the income we'll have to work with for the month, for week 3. And then as you can see through here, we don't have any bills to pay for. So I won't be worried about anything here. We will be rolling over, which I should have added, or I did add it up, but in the bank account, it will be $437 that is left over once everything is paid out. And so now we will have groceries, household, and maybe I should write in the numbers too. So this will be 147. This will be 198. Let's add the zeros. We have spending, which is going to be at $52. We have eating out at $23, and we have baby girl at $17, and then separately we have personal, and that is at $241.63. So personal does not have a rollover, and personal is not included in the total amount of our household expenses. I just have personal so y'all can also see that I spend and things like that to help people better gauge just how much money is actually being used. And so we'll have 437 here. And then I will go in and save y'all the trouble and go in and add everything for our sinking funds. The extra debt is just unbudgeted amount of money that we spent, and then for our savings. So that is what we're looking like for week 3, and this is just what we spent. So back to my envelopes, we started off with $649. Nothing was added. We spent $210, well, technically $211, and we're left with $437 because we had the money that went to keep the change, and we spent $546.40 in bills and random expenses savings, and nothing out of our sinking funds or savings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I feel like normally these are a lot longer, but I guess because I didn't pay a whole lot, you know, or use a whole lot, then I was good. So yeah, y'all, I will see you guys in the next one.